Hello my friends, and thank you for tuning in. Karen Barney bringing you the road ahead for December 20th through 26th of 2020, winding down the year. The 21st is of course the solstice. The sun moves into Capricorn on that day as well, and we also have that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction at 0 degrees Aquarius. Interesting times we are living through, my friends. We're using the Chinese Tarot today, so let's shuffle and see which element we read for first. We have the 10 of Staves and the 7 of Cups, so I would say our fire signs are under pressure. I would say emotional pressure here. The 7 of Cups, you've got a lot of different opportunities here. You may be doing some online dating and feel overwhelmed and maybe just want to take an afternoon or a day or a weekend to yourself. The 10 of Wands, someone's pressuring you perhaps, and you don't want to have anything to do with it. You'd rather sit it out. You've been dreaming about all the different things that you can do, but right now it feels a little bit overwhelming, my fire sign friends. So there still are many, many options, but you may need a rest period, a time out to sort through them and decide what is the best course of action here. Fire signs, the week of December 20 through 26. The solstice on the 21st. It's happening for the fire signs. Now we just had a new moon in Sagittarius on the 14th, so you guys should be feeling that in particular, I would say. The 8 of Coins, so the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Coins. So you may have been exploring your options to kind of shake up the doldrums a little bit. Something going on here that, I think you do want to change. Now the 8 of Coins could be with work, at work, or something that you're working on. So what is it you're trying to, I would say, organize? What is it you're trying to maybe even disrupt the order of? Change things up a little bit here, my fire sign friends. Thank you. Ace of Coins, yes, you want to shake things up a little bit. You want to shake the trees, see if anything falls out and take a new path here. The Ace of Coins, a windfall, a raise, a promotion, something on that idea. And you may be even saying, you know what, if I don't, I'm going to change things up. So therefore, come across here. What do we have at the bottom of the deck here? The 3 of Swords. You may be disappointed here, my fire sign friends. There may be an element of sorrow. Now, I think you've been through probably the worst of this. We did see the 10 of Staves here at the bottom of the deck when we cut as well. So, still exploring your options, but you've been disappointed. I think you have another option here that is going to make itself very, very clear. An option to finish, tidy this up, finish it, and distance yourself from it. Here's our 7 of Coins. We had the 7 of Cups at the cut, so you are exploring your options. What you've been doing has not been paying off. It is time for it to pay off, or time for you to move on. So let's see which one. I think you're going to get another opportunity before you actually make the decision. You may have been disappointed in the way things have been going, but you're making changes based on shaking up the status quo here. You don't want to do the same old again. What's our Knight of Staves doing here, please, for the fire signs? Thank you. Exactly what I said. Shaking it up, my friends. The Judgment card, the fresh start, the new beginning, and hearing the calling. So what are you rising up out of? A disappointing situation for sure. But, it may be that you're dissatisfied with the quality of work that you've been offered, with the quality of projects that you've been given. What's happening here with the 4 of Cups for our fire sign friends? Thank you. The 6 of Wands. You're unhappy with the recognition. You haven't had the recognition that you want here, my friends. Now the 4 of Cups, you're going to be successful at shaking it up, that's for sure. Our Knight of Staves is someone that is very enthusiastic and very confident and very sure of themselves. So the recognition, I think, is something that you feel is due you. And it hasn't, unless it comes in the form of a raise, and then here it is. Let's see what's going on. Tell me about the 8 of Coins, please, for the fire signs. The 8 of Coins. Three of Swords. You've been disappointed with what you've been working on. You may be disappointed or regretful, mournful about the way it's worked out. You know, it's kind of like, I'm sorry it had to come to this. You didn't appreciate me when I was there, so therefore I have to make some changes. Now, this doesn't have to be work. It certainly could be relationship or family-based as well. You didn't appreciate what I did. You didn't appreciate the work that I put in. And now I've got to make some changes here. All right? I've got to start fresh for myself and on my own, perhaps. Ten of Staves. Take myself out of the line of fire. Finish this up. You know, you may even be offering someone else an opportunity, and then the door closes because you're not having any more of it. So let's see what the Ace of Coins represents here, please, for the fire sign people. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this new road you are on is the bomb. Okay, the Sun card. Leo energy there, bringing in that bright, beautiful white light so you can see exactly where you're going. The Ace of Coins is something that is going to grow under this fortunate light, and that is the Jupiter energy coming in at the solstice at the time of the sun, my friends. Tell me about our Knight of Staves here, please, for the fire signs. What is it they can expect to change? Here's our Knight of Cups, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio there, bringing in the big picture. So you are, in fact, on a quest to maybe be recognized for your contribution in this situation, or to finish it up, leave it behind, and move on to your next opportunity here. You know, you're questioning it, though. I think you are questioning it here. Our Nine of Swords. You're concerned with this because, you know, it could be we have the King and Queen of Cups here, so it could be a couple situation that there is some anxiety between. There may have been some disappointment, and you guys may be working on it, but it's going to take some patience. It's going to take some real effort there, and you know, it's not going to be without conflict and an emotional distance even. You've got some distance to cross if that's what you want to do. If you are relationship based here and want to recommit or set out a new commitment in this relationship, I would say to you that it could be successful. Do-over here with our Knight of Cups, an emotional offering coming in, but I do think that the time frame is limited. Okay, it's like the window opens and you have to act on it, otherwise you're going to miss it. What's our Four of Cups here for, please, for our fire sign friends? The status quo, shaking it up. The recognition, you're unhappy with the recognition. You know, you may be unhappy recognizing the disappointment you have in yourself for how you've worked on things, what your contribution is here. Tell me about the Four of Cups, please. How are you going to be? Here's the Devil, too, Capricorn card. But, you know, obligations, responsibilities. You know, you've done a lot for this situation, and your contribution is not being, I think it's not being acknowledged, okay? And I think your ego may be getting a little bit of you here, my fire sign friends. So if you don't like where you are, you're not a tree, you can move, okay? And here is your new beginning, staring you in the face. If it's not something that you're comfortable in, then move away from it. That's what's under here, actually, too. Ten of Wands, overwhelm, news, the opportunity to close out the cycle and distance yourself from something that really wasn't working. Now, it is a sensitive issue, and there's a lot of anxiety behind it. But there is an unexpected, oh my God, we can't keep going here. There is an unexpected situation that is going to build. I think there's an unexpected, you know, there may have been an unexpected situation that built up to this, and that's where the disappointment lies. But I think there's more to come in the future there. Tell me about our Eight of Coins here for the fire signs. What is it you're working on? The Fool, you're working on a getaway. You're working on the next step, and it's a big one, my friends. It's a doozy, as my mother would say. You know, it's a humdinger. I'm sorry, they're giving me all of these cliches. The Fool is taking that new opportunity. Despite the disappointment that you may have had, I think you're going in a different direction. You're starting from the ace. You're starting from perhaps not scratch, but Yeah, you are starting from scratch. Scratch, zero, right? You're starting over. You're starting fresh. Now, again, relationship-based, work-based, financially based, certainly all can apply. Tell me about the Ace of Coins here for our fire signs. Seven of Cups. That was our cut, right? The Ten of Wands and the Seven of Cups. You are looking at your options, and let me just say, my fire sign friends, the sun, the future is very bright. Grab your shades, okay? Those are all kinds of options, staring you in the face, shining under the light of that beautiful, bright, life-giving sun right there, my fire sign friends. So if you have a new opportunity, don't let your ego get in the way. If you've been stuck in a situation where your efforts, your contributions, your responsibilities that you've honored have not been recognized, then change that if that'll be what makes you happy, because you can't live in this disappointment for eternity. It's not good for you. Okay, so take your best shot at the next step. Which one? Oh, I'm going to put them both back. Okay. One card. Thank you. 14. Card number 14. This is, by the way, the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Card number 14. Single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. So, my friends, choose your best path and what is best. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. The Fool card. Don't worry, my friends. Choose, even if you just close your eyes and put your finger on a map. Okay? Choose, because it is going to be very bright. I love it. Fire signs. Okay, let's see what's happening with the next element. Hello, everybody. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of your likes, shares, subscriptions, and comments. Keep the comments coming. I really, really love reading the comments. I'm awake lots late at night, and I do read them late at night. Thank you. All right, who's next? Who are we shuffling for next? Nine of Staves and the Knight of Swords. So air signs. Air signs. Our Knight of Swords, you know, he's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is on the table here. And you're feeling like there's a lot of crap flying at you. But you know what? You're charging into it too. You may be chasing it even, the way these cards are laid out. So if there's a bunch of stuff flying at you, stop chasing it. Let it settle first. The Knight of Swords, is very eager to get in and get going, and sometimes he's rather abrupt and sometimes even harsh, so be careful there. The Knight of Swords, very intellectual and intelligent, and in general a good communicator, but again, that blunt side can hit you like a club, so be careful. All right, air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What is happening for my air signs the week of December 20 through 26? What's on the road ahead for the air signs? What's on the road ahead for the air signs? Thank you. The Five of Staves, the Death card, and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. It's not swords, I know that. Okay. The Ten of Cups was our first mystery card. I love it. So how does it balance out here with the ending? It's going to be a happy ending. It may not be easy to get there. It may not be easy to make the decision. But damn, somebody's got to step up and take charge of this family and bring it back into the sun and into the light. Take care of it, nurture it, and bring it back to where it's supposed to be here with the card. Now, I want to say family because we have our ten of coins here, but that can be your work family. That can be a group of people under your care or authority that you feel a sense of responsibility for. Death card, Scorpio energy there. What is in transition here? You've made the decision, and I think you've taken it on. And, taking it on, I want to say lightheartedly, okay? The Five of Staves, some sort of conflict, and I think you've put it at bay. You've made peace, either made peace with it or caused the peace to happen. Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Happiness, joy, contentment, having it all. Being able to throw these cups around. And here's our Five of Wands again. So, you know, the Ten of Cups and the Five of Wands. Have you been struggling to be happy? There may have been a transition in your life, my friends, that's left you with a certain amount of conflict in your life that's been difficult to make peace with. Okay, but again, I think you need to get a hold of it. All right, rely on maybe those close to you, your family, to bring in the joy and contentment here that you've been railing against. It's almost like, you know what, I don't want to. So it might even feel like it may be disloyal for you to be happy after this perhaps person's transition. But they have ascended, my friends. If this is the case, they have ascended to the sun, to heaven's gate, to the stars. And they will always be with you. So know that. And make peace the best you can with the situation. And find comfort in the people that care for you and have your back. Okay, so that was meant for someone specifically, I think. Tell me about the Five of Wands here. What is the conflict? Where is the hand-to-hand combat that you are putting to rest? You have accomplished your goal. I think you've gotten to the bottom of it. Our Page of Swords has those difficult conversations, and that's what we saw there at the cut, right? The Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. We had a lot of stuff flying at you, and here we still have a few left. We have the Seven of Wands here, so your conflict is not over yet. But I do think that you're getting a better handle on it. You're getting control of it. You are, getting to the bottom of it, sorting through it, and trying to decide what is the next step here. But until you can put it at rest, you're not going to be able to take the next step. It's our Two of Swords here for, please. Where are you finding this peace? The Two of Swords. You may even be defensive about this situation. What's happening with the Two of Swords? Please. Did you guys see that? The Hierophant. So there is, in fact, perhaps a commitment on the table. The Hierophant, marriage vow, an oath. It can also be the Pope, it could be based in faith. You may be having a crisis of faith in regards to, this happiness that you see in front of you, that you're transitioning to. Do you feel like you're being controlled in it? If that's the case, then you really do need to examine it and get to the bottom of it, because you know what? No one likes to live controlled. On the other hand, if you are the person that is controlling the situation, use a soft hand. Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. All right, lots of new financial roads coming in for you. I would say that you may have been struggling to get an idea off the ground, struggling to meet all of the challenges, maybe even financially, that were on your path. But now we have the Ten of Coins here, and there are people that are backing you up, people that are going to help you transition to a much more peaceful process through this. Okay, they've seen you struggling, and they may be pitching in to help you get a handle on all of these challenges, help you get to the bottom of things. The Hierophant here is maybe even a government organization, a government structure, court system, or organization that cements the peace, cements the decision that you have to make. The Two of Swords. Difficult decision either way, my friend. So, somebody is likely to get hurt up here in the Five of Staves conflict. Just make sure that, you do the best you can and protect yourself in this as well. Our Two of Swords is not only about making peace and coming to terms with a decision you have to make, a difficult decision, but, sometimes keeping the peace and not making the decision is how you protect yourself. So have faith here, my friends, that things are going to work out, my air sign friends. Two of Swords, that's you making the decisions. Tell me about the Death card here, please. What is the transition, the ending, the final moment here? where things start to change. Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio there. You know, you're feeling, you may have come out of this feeling a little bit wounded and vulnerable. All right, the Queen of Cups is a sensitive individual. She doesn't like to appear vulnerable because that's not who she is on the outside. She's committed to that peaceful exterior here. But inside, there's turmoil. Inside, there is conflict. But, you know, I think if there's a commitment to happiness made, whether it's within a relationship or a family unit that we're talking about, there needs to be some nurturing to bring this either back from the brink or into a new incarnation. Tell me about the Death card here, please. The Death card for my air sign friends. Ten of Wands. You know, there needs to be some relief. I think you're going to find relief when this is finished. And make no mistake, we have more than the Death card in culmination. We have the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So something is coming to a close, whether it be a chapter or an event in your life. You know, our Star card and the Sun guiding it to a much better place. I've got the Wheel of Fortune here too, so the Hermit following it. Most definitely on your path here, my air sign friends. So keep your peace as best you can. Commit to it if necessary. Commit to keeping the peace. Commit to, what else are we committing to here, my air sign friends? Two of Swords. Chariot card and the Eight of Swords. You may have been thinking about perhaps a getaway. The Chariot card of Cancer and movement. So you may have been thinking of just leaving this conflict behind. But you know, I think there might be a crisis of faith in your own situation. You doubt whether or not it's going to make a difference. Doubt whether or not it's going to take care of whatever needs to change for you so that you can be happy, my air sign friends. There is a commitment here. Now, if this is relationship based, you may have to decide on some sort of commitment, marriage proposal or engagement type situation. And there may have been some conflict around this. Maybe not everybody in your family is on board, okay? There's a controlling individual that perhaps, you know, doesn't like the transition that they see, and they're keeping their feelings to themselves but pressuring you, okay? So if that's the case, my friends, then you make your own decisions, because no contract like that should be entered into with undue influence, okay? Make sure you search out your own heart and move forward in it that way. But there is definitely, I would say, a move on your horizon. It might be a physical move. It might be that you're offering to move someone or move to someone. I think you're going to do it to keep the peace if that's the case. Tell me about our air sign friends here with the Whispers of the Ocean. One card for the air signs, please. Card number 6, looking at the underbelly. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you're working on could use some fine-tuning. So if you're the boss person here and there's been conflict in how to get a hold of this situation, how to get a hold of the project you're working on, look at it from all different directions. Where is it vulnerable? Where is there a little bit of stress that may lead to a death or failure in your project, okay? If so, then do what you can to get things back on track, and protect yourself from any moves that your organization might make. Wow. Looking at the underbelly. Be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine-tuning. I think that card can apply to relationships, working, projects you may have going on. All right, air signs off the table. We have water and earth next. Who's up, water or earth? Water or earth? Who's our next? My friends, my studio in Port Salerno, Florida, at Aries Portal is open weekends. I'm there Saturday and Sundays, and then Thursday and Friday evenings. So if you are local and want to meet with me and have a reading in person, I'm very happy to do that for you. Just reach out. We can get you scheduled, or you can just drop in at any time. Aries Portal in Port Salerno, Florida, East Coast. All right, who's next? The Knight of Coins and the Seven of Coins. Well, I'd say we're doing earth signs. What is it my earth signs have been working on? Our Seven of Coins, things have been, they've been growing, but they haven't grown, I think, at the pace you've wanted them to. Our Knight of Coins moves incredibly slow. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, you may have felt like you were being dragged through the mud, or pulling a wagon through the mud. It's moving, but man, is it slow going. All right, so again, it's moving, but it's slow going. So how is that going to change here, my earth sign friends? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn moved, I should say, into Aquarius on the 17th. This reading is for the road ahead, December 20 through 26 of 2020 for the earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, what do we need to see, please? Ten of Wands. The Fool. Beautiful energy there. I love it. Relieve the pressure. Start something fresh. You know what? You may have been through the mill, my friends. This guy is in rags. The Fool. Starting from zero, starting from scratch, starting over, starting fresh. However you want to look at it. This is a huge step. But it's going to be such a relief, I think, to get to the other side. Two more cards here, please, for the earth signs. Two cards. Two cards for my earth sign friends, please. King of Staves, the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius there. And the Four of Swords. So, my friends, Four of Swords. How does that, you may have been resting up for this new adventure. You may have been under so much pressure and feeling like you had to do everything, the King of Staves, to direct the show, that, you need a rest period. You've been through the mill, okay? Earth signs, you may have been through a harrowing experience here, and you've come out of it alive, okay? It's been a really overwhelming situation that you've really had to heal from. It was distressing. It may even have been perhaps even an insolvency. It could be that you're looking at your options to secure your future, and I do believe, I hope, I'm an earth sign, I hope that is the case. But we've come out the other side of this, and that's the important part. So now, how do you take charge? Where are you taking this? Now that you've recovered, pardon me, now that you've healed, you're in tatters. You may even be roaming around without a real direction at this point. How does that change? Tell me about the King of Staves, Strength card. You're passionate about what you want to do. I don't know what it is yet, but you are passionate about what you want to do. You feel very strongly that it's meant for you. You feel very strongly that you should be in control of it. Now, if this is your own personal journey, your own life, you do feel very strongly that you should be in charge of it. We all have autonomy to a certain extent here. What do we have? The Six of Swords and the Sun. I think you just want to be happy, my friends. To hell with all this BS. I just want to be happy. And if that means that I have to leave with nothing, I'm going to do it. It's a big step, but I've been through too much disappointment to continue to carry on here. I'm not going to stay in this position any longer. I've healed enough and can see clearly enough where I want to go. And where I want to go is to a much easier, smoother place, okay? So you may have been through some disappointments, but really the goal is King of Coins here. Security, stability, foundation. He is the provider of the deck. Everyone relies on him. He's loyal. He is dependable. He is the rock, whether it be, you know, in personal relationships, he's your rock. You can rely on him. Or in financial situations, you can rely on him for sustenance. Now, we're only so generous, so there may have been a disappointment there. What's going on here with the Fool? The Fool and the Ten of Staves. Where are you pressuring? Are you pressuring yourself? There's our Wheel of Fortune. Something has to turn, my earth sign friends, and that, my friends, is our solstice in combination with Saturn and that new moon we saw in Sagittarius. Things are changing. The Wheel of Fortune ticking one cog to the right. What side does that put you on? Okay, it runs clockwise. Which direction are you on? Are you on the upswing or the downswing? Ten of Staves, I would say if you're here on my channel, you are most likely on the upswing. Like tends to attract like, right? Ten of Staves, you're under pressure here. How are you going to relieve this? Our Moon card, you know, you can't see things quite yet, and you may still be in that limbo, that meditation, that time out, voluntary time out. The Four of Swords, you've gone off to meditate, you've gone off to heal, you've gone off to sort things out and decide, you know, as rough and tumble as it's been, decide what your next big step is here, my earth sign friends. How are you moving through this with the moon? Is it going to clear up? It most definitely is. And I would say to you, my friends, it's going to clear up around the time of the solstice. So I would look for this early in the week, that you hear some news about what may change for you to move forward. Now, the Wheel of Fortune there, karma, coming around, moving things through, and you may not see where it's going, and you might be advised to take that time out, to step back, because our Knight of Swords can run through things and really sometimes misspeak. So be careful with your communication. The Knight of Swords is a very sharp individual, very shrewd, wants to be on top of everything, intellectual, savvy, smart, and logical in their approach. But at the same time, he's got a lot of moxie, a lot of nerve. Okay, he's not afraid to challenge anything. So, you know, you may have been gathering your strength to make this last push, to make this big step, push through this disappointment, push through this sadness, and finally put it behind you. The Knight of Swords there it's going to move quickly. Once you come out of this hibernation, it is going to move quickly. Okay, so I do think you're going to see something come in early this week that's going to help you relieve the pressure. And while you may not see exactly where it's leading to, it is going to show you, I think, a smoother path to this new beginning. Because again, through the mill here, through the mill, earth signs, Four of Swords. What is happening for my earth signs, please? King of Pentacles. I love it. So it is not only going to change quickly, it's going to change in your favor, my earth sign friends. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, bringing it home. You're the one that's reliable. You're the one that has the concrete footing now. You're the one that is charging forward to make these changes, despite the fact that you're running on empty or running on fumes, however you want to put it. It has not been easy, but you have come through, and this is where it starts to change, my earth sign friends. I'm so excited for this Fool. Where is he going? Where are the earth signs taking the Fool? and the Page of Wands. You know what? You may get an inspiration that comes in at the time of the moon that clicks. That's the Wheel of Fortune, putting a new project on your path, putting something to do, something new, a big step that you may not have seen before because you were mired in all of the emotion that the Pisces moon, the Pisces energy of the moon brings out. That's, it's a hugely emotional energy, and sometimes those emotions cloud our vision. We can't see anything. All we want to do is get away, get to the peaceful part of this, okay? I believe you feel strongly that you want to be in charge, and you want to be in charge of your life and the director of your show, so to speak. But you need to have the strength in order to do that too, and in order to find that strength, you need to have a little bit more peace. So how are you going to bring that in? You're inspired to move in a direction away from this disappointment and toward this security. My earth sign friends, you are going to have exactly what you want. This is where the sun most likely moves into Aquarius. That'll be in January, right? So these next 4 to 6 weeks are really going to be a fortunate turn of events, my earth sign friends. One more card here, please. One more card for the earth signs. The Death card, the Scorpio card. The transition is upon us, my friends. You may not see it quite yet. It most likely started with that new moon in Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune clicked one cog, and now things are changing, and they're going to drop into place just like that gumball machine. Click, 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 right? They all jump right into place. And then our star card brings it home with the wishes, the dreams, the hopes, and knowing that you're in the right place at the right time. Earth signs. What a wonderful energy to enter Capricorn season with. Capricorn season is all about business, and we have been in the age of Capricorn for many, many years, and we're moving to the age of Aquarius here, a much more humanitarian vibe on the 21st with that Saturn, Jupiter in Aquarius. Great conjunction. So things are most definitely going to change. And change, I would say, in a fortunate way, earth signs. Card number 37. Look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. So you know what? We have to get inspired with where we want to go. That's our Page of Wands. So you may hear something, my friends, that helps you find peace, and that Wheel of Fortune clicks into play and it brings you something, but you're going to need to really take a look at it. You may need to spend some time thinking about it. You may need to be very shrewd and very savvy about the next step you take here in our Fool's journey, because it is going to bring an ending to perhaps a past life, a past situation, a disappointing situation. And while we may want to move on to that kind of peace, sometimes we're not quite ready to see what is in front of us. Card number 37, look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth into your world. My friends, you know what? Our King of Pentacles is begging to come out and play. So do all of your daydreaming. Here's our Ace of Cups, too. I didn't see that. And the Knight of Coins. So there is most definitely a plan for the future, and it may even include romance, but it definitely includes heartfelt happiness and security. Your cup overflowing, earth signs. Fantastic, earth signs. And water signs, last but certainly not least, what's happening for our water signs? Water signs. All right, this is the road ahead for the water signs, December 20th through 26th of 2020. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We don't usually cut for the last, so let's do that. We have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So our Five of Swords, is someone wearing you down? Are they offering you something that maybe you didn't or don't want to accept? The Ace of Cups is love, heartfelt emotion, happiness, joy. Has it been a real struggle to get there? The Five of Swords, weariness, exhaustion, wounded. Have you been wounded in love? Water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs. December 20 through 26, our water signs, please. The Nine of Cups, the Justice. That's Libra energy there, my friends. Justice. Making it balanced, making it right. Your wish is coming in for a balanced, oh my goodness, and happy what? Outcome. If it's legal, my friends, by all means get legal advice. But if it's legal, it's most likely in your favor and a very happy outcome. And our King of Coins, and probably a prosperous one too. One that is going to give you the security that you were hoping for from it. You had wished for it, you waited for it, and now here you are celebrating the stability and the abundance that's come in for you. And the Ten of Coins at the bottom of the deck, my goodness. So quite a bit of happiness, wishes, and abundance, contentment, stability, reliability. Someone that is able to provide for those they care for, the security. You may be worrying. How are you worrying about this? Page of Coins. Well, my friends, I think you hear some news that I think you're very supportive of the news that comes in, but it does involve an opportunity that needs to have action taken. Our Knight of Staves, making some changes to it. And you're worried about how those changes are going to affect the security of this situation you've built. Now, it could be that there is a legal matter pertaining to the security and stability of a family unit, or again, a business unit. Ten of Coins doesn't have to be blood. Family can certainly be people you feel an affinity or responsibility for. What is your wish here, my water sign friends? The Seven of Cups. You wish you had more choices? I think your wishes are coming in. Okay, so you may not get everything that you're looking for. You're going to get what's right. You're going to get what's fair. And they're telling you to be happy with that. Eight of Cups. Don't push it, okay? Take what's being offered. It may not, again, be what you wish, but it is going to give you the options to make it right, to make it fair, to make it comfortable, okay? Here's our Eight of Cups. You know, it can topple if you're not careful. Tell me about the Justice card. It's a delicate balance. The Emperor. And if you're too heavy-handed here with the Emperor controlling Aries energy, if you are, rigid and, this is what I need, this is how it needs to happen, then it is going to be a situation that's tenuous. It's not going to be concrete like you want it. How is the Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands, the Three of Futures, right? These are your ships coming in, my friends. So the happiness is on the other side of this. I love these readings today. Happiness, joy, and I would say justice on the other side of this. You've got the Ten of Cups here, contentment. So what is it that you're doing here with justice? What are you making legal? Is someone pushing you to make it legal? Is it an order to make it right, make it fair, make it, the Emperor really doesn't care about fairness. So I don't know if that's you waiting on a decision from something. And again, it may not be exactly what you want. It may, it's not an all or nothing situation though, my friends, because a lot of it is salvageable. It's only a couple that have spilled. Tell me about the King of Coins here, please. Two of Swords, difficult. What's going on here? I saw that down here too. King of Cups, the Page of Staves, and the Two of Swords. And the Emperor again, okay? So the Emperor, you, if you're in charge, my water sign friends, you've got some difficulty making a decision, okay? And it's about the security and stability of those people that you love and care for here. All right, now if you're alone, then this is about your security and your stability and your happiness, okay? So it's difficult here to perhaps detach from an earth sign. What's going on? You have to write and tell me what's happening here, my water sign friends. What's the Ten of Cups here for, please? The Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. There's that Wheel of Fortune again, my friends. All, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to see things out of the blue, changing. All right, so there is an opportunity on your path that I think you feel very strongly about maneuvering through, how it's going to be done, what the details are, and what you need to do. And you know what? It's a delicate balance here, how you're going to keep everything from spilling. So I would again say to you, it's not an all or nothing situation. You're going to get a couple of options that you've been wishing for, but I don't think you're going to get all of them. Okay? Tell me about the Justice card. That's Libra energy there. And when you're finished with that, whether it's a legal matter or something you need to balance out, make right, make fair, the Six of Swords, you're going to be at peace with it. You're going to be able to move on with relief, okay? So what's our Two of Swords here for, please? Two of Swords. There's the Four of Cups and the Justice card. So normally the Four of Cups represents a little bit of dissatisfaction, pouring a lot of energy into a situation that has not necessarily paid off for you the way you wanted to. You're kind of bored doing the same things all the time. But our Wheel of Fortune steps in, and now it allows everyone else or those around you, this family unit, this security that you hold near and dear, to help you fill your cup. So if there's a situation with a Libra that you need to make peace with, I would say to you, do that. If there is a situation where you can't make a decision and you are bound legally until you do, then that's a difficult decision, but you've got to do what needs to be done to fill your own cup here, my water sign friends. This is your cup of emotion. This is your time to be in control, I think, of your life, to make it right, to make it fair, to make it secure and happy here, my water sign friends. It's time to thrive, all of us. Here are our water signs. What is the message from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle? Water signs. Rediscover your zeal. Card number 40. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. So you know what you've got to do? You've got to make sure that this delicate balance stays intact, my friends, so that you can follow your passions and fill your cup and leave behind anything that is not serving you. So if you have an opportunity to take maybe a little bit less than you might have been hoping for, whether that's in a legal situation or in a balancing act situation, I would say to you, do that, because that'll help you free yourself to move forward and rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. My friends, thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all of your likes, shares, subscriptions, and comments. Keep the comments coming. I love reading the comments. And if you'd like to connect with me, all of my details are in the description box below, as well as on a business card at the end of these readings. So take a look there and let's connect. Thanks very much. All the best.